Hello, friends! I want to tell you a story that is hard to believe, but it actually happened. Dogs are amazing creatures. They feel their owners so subtly that amazing events happen as a result. In Utah, on Route 89, there was a terrible accident. Janine Howard was driving 4 children home from school. Before she even had time to realize it, an oncoming truck crashed into their car. Only 7-year-old Caleb and his sister Rachel, who was 13, survived. The girl quickly recovered, and the boy was in critical condition in the children's intensive care unit of the Salt Lake City clinic with terrible fractures and a head injury. The child was unconscious, all wrapped in tubes and wires. The doctor told his father and grandmother the terrible news. Even if the boy woke up, he would remain disabled for life. Caleb soon woke up. He did not understand anything and only quietly called for his mother. The family hid the terrible truth from him, and he lay there, frozen, and with pain in his eyes, he looked at the ceiling. The father was desperate about the fact that he could not help his son. The doctors did not know how to bring Caleb back to normal life. One morning, the doctor asked the man if Caleb liked dogs. The question struck the father, but he told the doctor that his son was crazy about them. Then the doctor suggested something that shocked the man. The father did not believe in the doctor's idea, but he decided to use every chance to save his son. 3 days later, a gorgeous golden retriever rushed into Caleb's room. The dog's name was Colonel, and he worked with sick people. He was a trained therapy dog. He came to the ward with his owner, Susan. When the dog approached the bed, Caleb was startled. His eyes shone for the first time. He looked at the adorable dog without taking his eyes off him. The nurse ran the boy's hand over the silky fur and was dumbfounded. The sick child moved his lips, trying to talk. The father was shocked. His hope grew stronger again that his son would get out of bed. Then the doctors began to lay Colonel down next to the boy and use his fingers to run over the furry dog. Nobody believed what happened. Caleb wiggled his fingers and just barely raised his hand to stroke the dog. Then he began to move his hand on his own. He turned his head to look at his new friend. Then the miracle began to happen. Caleb whispered a few words, barely audibly. The next day, the doctor played ball with the dog in front of Caleb. The boy watched them, and after a couple of days, he was able to hold the ball in his hand himself. A month passed, and no one could recognize Caleb. He walked and he talked. The shaggy friend shockingly awakened the boy to new life. Now the boy, instead of painful procedures, could play with the dog and behaved like an ordinary boy. The amazing dog awakened in him an interest and love for life. By the way, the wonderful Colonel helped dozens of people whom he rescued and raised from a hospital bed. Specially trained therapy dogs are able to communicate with a wide variety of people. They find trust in any patient and easily come into contact with them. The dog Colonel managed to put the boy on his feet. Then his parents decided to train puppies as therapy dogs. Not everybody believes in the magical properties of canine therapy, but this technique truly works wonders. The visit of an unusual therapist to a seriously ill person always brings joyful emotions that give hope and help to believe in healing. The most ordinary dog completely changed the life of a crippled child. He not only put him on his feet, but he also healed the deep trauma in his soul. Now Caleb wants to have a dog of this breed at home. Of course, they will soon have it. An animal is ready for anything for the welfare of a person. We need to learn this from our 4-legged friends and appreciate them for giving us happiness, affection, and faith in our dreams. Have you ever had an amazing connection with your pet? Write your answers in the comments. It will be interesting to read. Bye!